Samuel chapter 5, verse 17 to 25 is right after David is anointed king of Israel. All right? He's just become king. And right after a new king comes to the throne is probably one of the most vulnerable times in a kingdom. All right? And so right at that moment, right after he is anointed king of Israel, the Philistines say, this is our chance. The one king's out. They've got a new king. Let's move in. They're in disarray. The army may not follow the new king. There's lots of political stuff going on. This is a good opportunity for us to take advantage of the Israelite people. And so they move in for battle. And it says, at that point, they come to this area. And in verse 19 it says, David inquires of the Lord. In essence, he says, hey, the Philistines have come against me. God, what do I do here? Do I retreat? Do I hide? Do I fight them? What do I do? Lord, tell me what to do. And God says, go out to battle. I will give them into your hand. And now this is the Jared Henry paraphrase. You can read it yourself. All right? So, guess what David does? He goes into battle, and they win. I mean, they win big time. And the enemy flees. They chase them miles and miles. And I mean, it's an absolute victory for David. And I'm sure there's celebration. And then right after that, we're talking verse 19. He inquired of the Lord, and then verse 22. Here come the Philistines again. I don't know what the time frame was, but it seems like it pretty quick. Like you got whooped once and you went running off with your tail between your legs. You might reconsider what you're doing here, but they show up again. And you know what? It's interesting to me, and I've read over this a million times, but it's interesting to me what David does this time. Now, I'll tell you what the temptation would have been. I just thumped these guys a good one and sent them running, and they had the nerve to come back again. Guys, get your swords out. We're going right back out there, and we're going to thump them a second time. But you know what David did? He did something different. The Bible says that David inquired of the Lord. Now, probably somebody sitting around would say, David, you don't have to pray about this one. David, we know. God's already, He told you last time, this is what you do. You go ahead, strong right into them, and we'll get the victory. Let's just do it again. It worked last time, it'll work again. No, not David. David inquired of the Lord. And you know what God told him this time? And this time, God tells David not to attack them directly, the Philistines, but He says, you circle around behind them and hide in these trees, and you attack them when they're marching by. You jump out and attack them when they're marching by, and you'll know they're coming back because the trees will be shaking. The tops of the trees will be shaking. And when that happens, that's your cue. You jump out, ambush them, and I'll give you the victory. And so David does exactly what God tells him to do. Now, do you know what I think? You say, well, what's the point of all that? David inquired of the Lord. He did it twice, and he won 2 victories, and he did it 2 different ways. Yeah, you know what I think? The point is this, that sometimes we're more concerned with the method than we are the inquiry. Do you hear what I'm saying? Inquiring of the Lord is the real goal, not the method.